Welcome to day 16 of the course. Today, we leave the flat 2D drafting plane behind. We are officially entering Module 3, specifically Session 16, where we'll be tackling viewport controls and solid primitives. By the end of this session, you will configure your workspace to reveal the Z-axis, fly a camera around your designs, and build your very first three-dimensional scene. Before we begin, check your software version. You need the full version of AutoCAD for this. AutoCAD LT does not include 3D modeling tools, so if you are using LT, these commands will not be available in your interface. Building in 3 dimensions while looking top-down at a standard 2D grid creates visual chaos, where overlapping lines become impossible to read. To fix this, look at the top left corner of your drawing area. Click the bracketed label that says Top and change it to SW Isometric. Your grid now tilts to provide depth, perspective, and a clear view of the vertical Z-axis.
Next, click the label right next to it, which currently reads 2D wireframe, and switch it to Conceptual. On the left, a complex model in wireframe is a confusing web of lines. On the right, the conceptual style fills those boundaries with shading, making the actual volumes instantly readable. Properly configuring these 2 settings creates a foundation where spatial relationships are intuitive before you draw a single line. Navigating a 3-dimensional environment with a flat mouse requires a specific set of tools to maintain your orientation. Your primary navigation tool is the View cube, located in the top right corner of your screen. Clicking any of the cube's corners instantly snaps your camera to a perfect fixed isometric perspective. For fluid movement, hold Shift and press the middle mouse wheel to activate orbit, rotating the camera 360 degrees around your model. When you first start orbiting, it is easy to accidentally rotate the camera upside down and lose your bearings in the digital void. If that happens, move your cursor near the View cube and click the small Home icon. It acts as a universal reset button that rescues your camera angle immediately. Mastering orbit for free movement and the Home button for safety gives you complete control over your vantage point. AutoCAD provides a set of standard 3D shapes called solid primitives. These serve as the foundational building blocks for our composition. Standard 3D drafting follows a 2-step logic. First, you establish a flat 2D base on the X and Y axes. Then, you pull that shape vertically into the Z-axis to give it height. To draw a box, click once to place the starting corner of your base. Click a second time to define the base size. Finally, move your mouse up and click a third time to set the Z-axis height. The cylinder command uses this same workflow. You define the center and radius of a flat circle on the grid and then drag upward to set the height. You have several other primitive tools available in the ribbon, including the cone, sphere, pyramid, wedge, and torus. As you place these objects, regularly use your Orbit tool to verify that your shapes are actually rising vertically off the grid. By placing all 7 primitive shapes side by side, you can quickly create a clustered composition that resembles a miniature 3D city. Even the most complex architectural structures are built upon these simple base plus height interactions. Look at your workspace. You have just completed your very first fully 3-dimensional scene in AutoCAD. Take the time now to combine orbit navigation with primitive drafting until moving in the Z-axis feels natural. Once you are comfortable with these basics, we will move to Session 17 to manipulate these solids using 3D Move, 3D Rotate, and Polysolids. Moving into 3D applies a new dimension of spatial logic to the exact drafting interface you have already mastered.